Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, June 3rd, 2022. Welcome to another eBay video. Well, I'm inside tonight because there are several factors that have to be considered. Number one, we just had torrential rain, almost monumental rain. I want to show you this. I filmed this about 2 hours ago. This is my street. As you can see, the brook is overflowing due to the torrential rain. Believe it or not, it didn't rain the entire day, but it rained torrentially for maybe an hour or an hour and a half. Unbelievable how many roads are flooded out and cars are submerged. Whereas this used to be a once every few years event, this is getting to be commonplace. And let me also make one thing clear. I'm filming this video in two parts. The part you're watching now and the tutorial, which will be coming up. Both parts are being filmed on Thursday night because Friday I have something to do and I won't be able to make the video. But by the time you're watching this video, I'll have already done what I have to do, so it'll all work out. Don't worry about it. In today's video, I want to talk about an easy way to run a sale in your store, and I'll show you a quick way how to do that because some people have been asking for that. I also want to talk a little bit more about insulting best offers, people complaining through eBay messages even though they haven't purchased anything from you yet, and a few of the bumps in the road that we as the average eBay seller will hit on that road to success. Gosh, I'm so poetic when I want to be. I'd like to point out I have no notes tonight. No comments to read, nothing. I'm going to ad-lib everything. Whatever I say, I say. So get ready for some fun. This week was another very, very good sales week on eBay. And I was very concerned because we just passed the Memorial Day weekend, which I would consider Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay? Believe it or not, you know what's funny? It rained here every single day of the week, with the exception of Sunday and Monday. So we had 2 good weather days for the Memorial Day weekend. All right? Hey, I'll sign for 2 sunny days a week. I'm happy. Now, got a new offer here. A guy is offering me $48 for this item. Should I take it? I don't know. You know what? Can I put you on pause a second? Because the most important thing to me is making money. Well, just 1 second. Hey, I'm back. That didn't take long, did it? The guy sent me an offer, $48, on an item that was $67. Which is basically $19 less than I was asking for. But, believe it or not, I accepted the offer because sometimes you just have to take the quick profit, all right? Of course, I'd rather have the $67, but if someone's going to offer me $48 and pay right away, I'll go with the $48 offer. I checked the person's feedback, and they have over 500. So I know the account is legitimate and I don't expect any problems. But I've been noticing that quite a few people, even the ones that have good feedback, 500 or 1,000, quite a few of them are taking 2 and 3 days to pay. I honestly don't know why, but it's happening. It's happened several times this week. As long as they pay, I don't make an issue of it. I'm happy. Of course, when they don't pay, that's another story. But that's where you guys as sellers have to step in. You have to be able to vet their account. You have to make believe you're Detective Lieutenant Columbo, and you have to carefully look at their account and say, is this a legitimate account? Okay? There are so many ways you can tell a troublesome account. One of the best ways is when they have zero feedback and they joined eBay in 2016. Where were they for the last 6 years, and why all of a sudden are they macking on your item? Okay? I'm going to ask you guys a trivia question. All right? And I'd like an answer in the comment section below. There will be no prize awarded for anybody. All right? This is a pretty hard question, and it has to do with the TV show that I just mentioned, Columbo. Columbo was a TV show back in the 70s. Can any of you guys tell me Lieutenant Columbo's first name in this show? All right? First person will get a shout out from me in my next video. No prize, no gifts, no nothing, but I'll give you a shout out. And please don't cheat. Please don't start Googling anything. In fact, not only do I want his first name, but I want to know how you know it. How was it revealed in this show? Okay? Okay, let's move on to some more eBay topics. My sales this Memorial Day weekend were surprisingly good. Saturday was very good, no complaints, and that surprised me. Sunday was absolutely awful. I expected it to be slow. It was slower than slow. It was terrible, terrible. Luckily, I kind of had a gut feeling it was going to be slow, so I went with my friends to the beach. We took the day off anyway. Monday was the shocker. I expected it to be slow. It was nice out. It didn't rain. I stayed home. I worked around the house. I took pictures. And the morning was not great, but the afternoon and night was freaking booming. Booming like I've never seen on Memorial Day. Okay? Very happy, very pleased. No complaints. I don't think, you believe it or not, I didn't have any returns this week yet. But the week's not over yet, okay? Before I forget, let me show you guys a quick and easy way to launch a promotion in your eBay store. I'm using Screencast-O-Matic for this. And when you view this little cutaway, you're going to see that the screen is not correctly centered. I've been having this problem for the longest time with Screencast-O-Matic, and I don't understand what's wrong. When I actually make the video, everything on this screen is perfectly centered and fine. But when I go to review it, it's off kilter. So if any of you guys have any suggestions, let me know what I need to do. Thank you. Let's get to the cutaway. I would like to share with you what I think is a funny story about a potential buyer getting really mad at me. And it was a basic comical series of events that all happened. They happened today. So I'll walk you through it, and maybe it'll bring a smile to your face, which is kind of what I'm hoping to do on this cloudy, rainy, dismal evening. So a buyer contacted me earlier today with that line that I hate to hear. What is the lowest price you will accept on this item? Oh my God. There's no reason for that, especially when I have best offer on all my listings. All they have to do is click best offer and should be a cheaper price. Some of you guys tend not to respond to these people, but one of the reasons I like to respond to them is to actually educate them. I want them to understand that that's not a way to go about doing business. In my opinion, it's underhanded and it's sneaky. So I figure if I educate them, Maybe they won't do it to you or the next guy down the road. Of course, my education comes at a cost, and that cost is being blocked. I don't mind taking cheaper prices for my items within reason. You just saw I just did it, all right? So I always start out by saying, why would you ask me such a thing when there's clearly a button that says make offer? You can make an offer for any amount you want. If it's within reason, I would accept it. If it's way too little, of course, I naturally wouldn't. I said it's just business, and what you're doing, in my opinion, is not professional. It's almost always somebody with very low feedback and very little experience. So I felt that I should block them because they violated cardinal rule number 1. But I also feel, and this is something I do, and some of you guys love it, and some of you guys think that maybe I'm pushing my problem to another seller. I always include a link to the same item from another seller. I'll say something like, I have blocked you from purchasing from me. However, here is a link to another seller who has these. And if you're serious about purchasing, buy them from him. However, when I wrote to this guy earlier today, I did tell him I blocked him. All right? I did tell him that he's going about it the wrong way. He shouldn't be saying, what is your lowest price? I said, that's not the way to be. I said, however, since you do seem like you really want these items, I have found another seller that has them. My price was $60 plus shipping. The other seller was $95 plus shipping. And the funny part is, the other seller, was the second cheapest. I was cheapest, kind of unusual for cute Joey, but yes, I was cheapest. And this guy's still squeaking around like a freaking rusty door. Screw that. Anyway, I sent him the link to the other guy, and I thought that'd be the end of it. So he writes back to me, and he says, I just tried to buy the items from you, and it says that you blocked me. Okay? So I'm thinking to myself, what could I respond back to him? During the time I'm thinking of a response, something crazy happened. As you know, I run a sale in my store, usually once a week. I let the sale go for a week. So it ended earlier today. So when he saw the items originally at $60, they were on sale. And as dumb luck would have it, during our interaction, the sale ended. And the price went back up to I think $67.50 or something like that. I didn't even know this myself, all right? I don't follow things that closely. So 10 minutes after he wrote and told me, hey, you blocked me, he writes back to me again and says, you sneaky, underhanded thing. And I'm paraphrasing this. He said, you raised the price on the items. I'm reporting you to eBay. He's reporting me. And I'm thinking, what's he reporting? And then I realized that the sale had just ended. And that he was mad, he was pissed that the price went up. But I didn't raise it just to be a dick. The sale ended. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. And it kind of bothered me because I was the cheapest person on eBay, $60. The next guy in line had $95. And yet, he didn't want to pay it. But at some point he realized, hey, I think what happened is I think he shopped around after that and saw I was telling the truth and said, wow, cute Joey's telling the truth. I better buy these. Oops, I can't. Alla Zambazon. I think of myself as a very reasonable man, especially on eBay. Especially if the item is a dog item. I have no problem dropping the price. I'm one of the lucky people that I work on a pretty good markup, so I can afford to drop the price when I want to. The only thing I ask is that they ask respectfully. If they come out of the gate throwing punches left and right, saying things like, your shipping's too expensive, why is this so high, you're going to have to do better, what is your last price? Remember, if they're showing you that attitude before they make the purchase, what do you think is going to happen after the purchase is made? I ain't sticking around to find out. And I know enough now that if someone starts a fake account to circumvent my block list, I will cancel the sale. We've been talking about this for the last few weeks, and I think most of you guys understand where I'm coming from. In fact, I've learned a few things from some of you guys like that. But there is one thing that I need clarification on. Maybe one of you guys know, maybe not. If you cancel a sale and select either buyer asked to cancel or problem with the buyer's address, can that buyer leave you negative feedback? Now, I was always under the impression that they could not. However, the other day, I was looking at one of my constituents who had gotten some negative feedbacks. And I was reading this one that was really long. It was a freaking negative paragraph, and they wrote something like this. I won the item from this seller, and they refused to sell it to me either because the price wasn't high enough or because the seller himself didn't have it in stock. It was something that the seller did wrong, okay? I don't blame the buyer at all right? And the seller canceled the sale and selected the choice buyer asked to cancel. So the buyer was adamant in their feedback saying, I did not ask to cancel, but the seller claimed I asked to cancel. Now, I was very surprised that the buyer was even able to leave feedback in that case. Apparently they can. Do any of you guys have any knowledge about when you cancel a sale, either because there was a problem with the buyer's address or because the buyer really did ask to cancel, can they in fact leave you negative feedback? And not really theories, I'm looking for concrete answers. If you have them, please. I'm telling you what I just saw earlier this week, so it's food for thought. I never cancel a sale unless there is a legitimate reason, all right? I don't run out of stock, and if I do, I'll buy the item from another seller, even if I have to pay more so that the buyer gets their item. So that's not a problem with me. Like I mentioned, if a person circumvents my block list, I will cancel and I will select problem with the buyer's address. I'm not sure if they could neg me in that instance, but even if they could, I'm very confident eBay would side with me because they have committed a huge policy violation by circumventing my block list. And that's all I'm going to talk about tonight, guys. Normally, I know I read all the comments and all those things, but I can't do it this week because I have to prepare for tomorrow and do a few other things. But just remember that I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thank you for watching this video. Every Friday I put out a video hoping to help you stay successful as an eBay seller. If you think I'm doing a good job, please leave me a thumbs up. It tells me I'm on point and appreciated. If you don't think I did a good job, tell me in the comment section what you want me to hit up, and I'll be more than happy to try and do it next week. Guys, I hope you make a ton of money on eBay this week. Rock on and peace!